Hello. Oh, got me birds in the background. Hello, hello. Evening. Happy Sunday evening, everybody. Banging outside. And if you're watching on catch up, hi, thank you for joining. I am in an absolute mess right here. Picked a really bad project as live. Okay. I'm on row 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Hello, Fiona. How are you? Also, let us know what you're working on today. I'd love to hear. I had a bit of a meh moment when I had to try and decide what to do this evening. I just didn't know what I wanted to crochet. I wanted to try something different. And this certainly is different. But it was probably a really bad project to pick for a live. Hello, Maria. How is everybody? Had a rough week, but you're now working on Christmas coloured hexagon cardigan 6 months in advance. When I was digging out yarn earlier, I found a lot of my Christmas yarn, so that was interesting. I'm not thinking that far ahead yet. I'm struggling with tomorrow. But at least the Christmas is cheering you up, yeah? Christmas cheers everyone up, hang on, right? I've got my pattern pulled up next to me. Stupid pattern to pick. Stupid pattern. 5. Involves far too much counting. Evening, Norfolk Bell. How are you? And what of your many projects are you on today? You're doing house renovations, so life is a bit upside down and you can't find anything. I can sympathize with you there. I am in the middle of, well, actually, it's mostly the outside that's being done now. And then they're moving inside. So the garden, the front, the rendering, the driveway, all outside. But we've got like a muddy slop going on outside. So the dog brings all the mud in, which is great. Right. You have to keep reminding me I'm on row 5. There we go. 2. Tell me, has anybody done tapestry crochet before? Because I have started so many tapestries and I have never finished one. So I'm hoping this will be the first one I ever finish. And bearing in mind I've just started. And that's the back. That's the front. We're a bit gutted because Portsmouth Pride got cancelled due to bad weather. Really sad about that. They put in so much effort into the planning. They take a year to plan and then lots of build up and it was cancelled. So that was a bit sad. Didn't get to sell anything or make any money this weekend, but have loads of inventory for the next one, which is great. And the next one is London Pride. So I am doing some rainbow stuff. And 2 orange. Oh, got cancelled. Just going to ask about it. Yeah, it got cancelled. So the morning of, it was still going ahead. The last few years, we've done it in storms. So the first year was the year the gazebo fell over. The second year we had an upgraded gazebo. Oh no, we still had the same gazebo, but we managed it better. And well, everybody else's gazebos were taken off. Ours just sort of gently swayed in the wind, which was really nice. I felt bad for other people, but felt like a little bit smug, like just standing here with my gazebo. And I helped a lot of other people pick up all their wares. Bless them. It was horrible for them especially when you've got breakable items as well. I find just so much hard work goes into it, and then smash. But yeah, London Pride, that's closer to you. You should come. We are going to be in the family friendly zone. So we've never done London Pride before. This was a bit of a gamble. There were 5 options, I think. 5. So you've got 5 stages. Oh, I've just been told we are in the Victoria Embankment Gardens at London Pride, which is the family friendly zone. But you've got the world stage, the female stage, the trans stage.
There's a main stage and there's something else.
Main stage and then ours, the family zone. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's like 5.
I don't think there's a stage in ours.
We've not got a stage. I don't know if you can hear the other. She knows more about it than I do. I just turn up and do the lifting. But yeah, there's about 5. I think it's 5 different areas, and we've chosen the cheapest one that doesn't need a license to trade because it's not on the street, because it's in a park. Plus, it's our target market, which works out really well for us. So we've got a little bit of an investment in it, but not masses, not as much as some of our others. So it's a gamble, but it's a safer gamble, I'd say. Yeah, you're so pleased to actually catch me live. Hello. We always end up playing catch up later on. Well, I'm glad you could join us live. I plan on, well, I'd like to finish this, but I doubt that's going to happen in 2 hours. This is probably going to take me a heck of a lot longer, but you know, we'll see. What's the date you'd love to support your stall? It is the 4th of July, Saturday the 4th. And all of them are like walking distance from each other around Charing Cross. So yeah, we used to have a bright orange gazebo. We've just bought new gazebo sides because our orange ones have holes in. The first thing we ever went to with them, we managed to burn a hole in one of the sides. It was devastating for me at the time. But yeah, we figured with a bright orange tent, we'd be visible, but we did not take into account that changes the entire color of the inside. So all the jewelry, all of the plushies, none of it, you could really tell what the color was of things. And people would end up having to take things outside the stall to check the color to then back. Yeah. So we've gone with gray because white, we've been told, is a nightmare. And we've had a black one before and it was really dark. So we've gone with a light gray in the hope that it obscures some of the dirt, but it doesn't make it too dark or too much color changing vibes, if that makes sense. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fab. Change color. Yeah, family friendly zone is the best thing for us, I think. We sell plushies and jewelry upcycled from Lego and board games. That's our vibe. So hoping to do really well at London, and I'm really excited about it. I've never even been to London Pride as a participant. I've done a lot of other prides. I just like the vibe and the atmosphere, and everybody's always happy, and there's always good food and good music, like proper good music. Not the newfangled stuff these days. Says old grandma here. Oh, hang on. Okay. I even wove in my ends. I'm so proud of myself because I just couldn't cope with the amount of threads I've got here. There we go. Right, row 6. Row 6. Hang on. So for those of you interested, let me pull up what I'm making. So I've Pinterested, basically, and then changed a few things about it. And I'm trying to make this. So rainbow background with "Love is Love" written on it. Just because I wanted something else to do. I made cats last night and destroyed my hands on burlap blanket. And so I am destroying my hands on Lily Sugar and Cream tonight. But I didn't want to make any plushies this evening. I was kind of a bit done with plushies. Right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have color changed. Right. Yeah. Now pulling from both ends of various schemes of yarn. Your gazebo for your events is white roof and green sides. I imagine it would. Our roof was bright orange as well as the sides, and it was a bit much. And our business colours are, they've recently changed. They're now blue, purple, and pink. And we looked at the purple, but it was the wrong purple for the branding. The blue was too dark, and the pink was like, it was the wrong pink. So we just left it as a nice grey gazebo, plain and, you know, dull. And I like grey. Grey's a good colour. Right, hang on. So, one, geez, all of that for one stitch. Oh my lord. Why? I've got backup projects if this does not work out. I didn't anticipate how complicated it might be. But yeah. You're on Lily Sugar and Cream too. What are you making with Lily Sugar and Cream today? I do like Lily Sugar and Cream, but it splits and it's tough on the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. You love the idea of tapestry crochet, but you've never tried it and you don't really have the patience. Yeah, it's not the patience I struggle with, actually. I think it's the motivation to carry on and working a way around all the color changes and all the ends. But I think I've got a sort of flow going now. I've tried a few other things in the past, and I think I've figured out a way that works for me, maybe. I started doing the gummy bear purse. I wanted one in teal, but like a nice dark teal with a light aqua. And I've done the feet. That's it. That's as far as I've connected the feet, and I've got a little bit of the feet, and that's as far as I got. And then I haven't picked it up for a month. And yeah, that's my problem. If I don't finish something there and then, it just doesn't get finished. That's how I end up with so many whips. So many whips. Yeah, I did toy with not going live today. I've been in a bit of a funk. I think the weather's just a bit near. And with the cancellation yesterday, just got me down a little bit. But this always cheers me up. Hello, Crochet Queen. Second Japanese knot bag. Yeah, Passionate Kelsey's really on stint with those at the moment, isn't she? I started one a while ago. It is not finished. It's actually in this color, but I'm doing it in Hobby Cotton, the 8/8. I do like that cotton. It's much more malleable than Lily Sugar and Cream. I have a lot of Lily Sugar and Cream. I bought it on a whim once and started doing market bags, and they just didn't sell very well for me. So I've still got some of my original market bags. What color am I doing? I'm doing orange, and I am working in 6, 7, 8, 9. It's got 6. Okay, 2, 3, 4. Gammy bag. It was for me. I wanted it, and I probably will get it, but maybe in a few years, because everything for me, the back seat, next to the other stuff that gets sold. Yeah, but the other half wants a purple one, but I kind of want to change the pattern. Now I know roughly how it works. I have another idea. I'm not giving it away just yet because, yeah, but I do have an idea, and I think it could be quite fun. Who knows? Might even do a pattern. Also had another great idea that I wanted to try, and I've decided to do a video out of it. Oh, all I want to do is talk about my video ideas, and I can't. That's terrible. Terrible. Give everything away. You love seeing it on Kelsey's blog. That little bag was, oh, the gummy bag or the Japanese knot bag. The gummy bag was just, when she showed the pattern, I was like, I need it. I need it in my life. It was just, it feels like one of those things that you'll get stopped in the street and people will ask where you got it and you can say, I made it. Yeah, I really, really liked it. I just thought it was really, really quirky. It was a very, very clever pattern. And I've never used stitch fiddle before. So it was a new technique to learn, something else to try. Please excuse the rustling. She says sorry. Yeah, we're downstairs again today purely because it was the only way I was doing a live. Comfy sofa, comfy chairs. Yeah, I will go back up into my room. I just need to tidy it. It's an absolute mess at the moment. There's yarn everywhere, and I mean everywhere. Your Christmas box of gifts now have 12 bags, 5 hot pads, 8 wristlets so far. I love that people are prepping for Christmas. I think that's fantastic. I have heard a couple of teachers that I know are making things for every student in their class for the end of term, and I'm like, that is patience. No, I could not do that. I do make the same thing over and over again, but to sew. So, and I do like slight variations in the colors and I flick back and forth. I couldn't just make one thing over and over again and that be it. Yeah. I think the waves are coming into this pattern. I also want to do a border on it. I haven't decided what the border is going to be, but I think it's going to be purple because who doesn't love purple? Yeah. Wait. So hopefully getting to edit this week's video tomorrow. It should be quite good. I hope it's a breakdown of UKG, which was our first and biggest event of the season. I think even bigger than London Pride, but it's hard to tell because we haven't done London Pride before. But yeah, it's a big one. Hello, hi cats. Yeah. What do you think? Starting to stripe? Not perfect, but I don't know if you can. Yeah, the color changes I'm working on. I don't know a better way of doing it. Not a fan of how the red and purple have mixed in and the green and blue, but we will see. We will see. So it looks good from the front, right? Also, in other news, my mother has found my channel. Certainly interesting. She's saying, it's great to fall asleep to your pigeon tutorial. I'm like, thanks, Mom. Thank you. She doesn't crochet. Just uses it to get back to sleep when she wakes up early. Like, Amy talking. Yep. Gotta love my mother. Ooh. So what colour is your Japanese knot bag? And any other projects going on at the moment? Sea Breeze. I like Sea Breeze. Sea Breeze is the colour I'm using for the gummy bag. I can't remember. Can't remember. It's been that long since I picked it up. That's the problem. I wish there was a way of like highlighting what row I'm on. I suppose it's when you knock up your own sort of random ideas without much thought. That takes a bit more effort. 2. You just finished your first knot bag and now on bandanas. Amigurumi too. How do bandanas do for you? The bandanas I made just didn't. I mean, we sold some, but not enough for me to go, yeah, I want to make loads more of those. They were fun to make, though. I did enjoy them as a quick project, and I wish I could make loads more, but they just don't sell for me as well. Been in the kitchen today. Homemade mayo and barbecue sauce. 5 chicken. How do you have time for all of this? That's insane. Absolutely insane. I do not do the cooking in our house. I hate cooking. I do not cook. I work. I clean-ish sometimes. But yeah, I don't cook. I think when I've tried to cook in the past, because of our differences in tastes, my other half is very plain on the flavouring. And I'm not. But I'll eat what she cooks and she won't eat what I cook. Which is a shame because, yeah. I love... What's your favourite food? Here you go. What's your favourite food? I love Mexican. First time doing them. You're doing it for a Pride event. Oh, Pride bandanas. Love it. Are you in America, UK, elsewhere? Right one in. Gotta love your Instant Pot and doing freezer milk. Yeah, I used to batch cook when it was just me. Now we're just keeping up. Just starting to. Oh. So what have we done today? I've started clearing out. So where everything has been so up in the air from the event last week, and then obviously we were prepping for Pride, everything just got dumped back in the lounge yesterday because it was raining. And I just sort of dumped all the gear and thought, nah, not doing this, let's go out. So we all went out and nothing got done. So today I've tried to do a bit of clearing. All of the kits have gone back. Oh, news on the crochet kits. I know I said the 8th tomorrow. She still hasn't done the photos. I prompted it today. Tomorrow we have some child-free time. The photos will be done tomorrow and hopefully the kits will be up on Etsy. That is the plan. I'm sorry about the delay, but it will happen. It's just I take terrible photos. I am not a photographer. It's not my thing. I tried taking a couple because she was a bit behind with it and I wanted to get it up for you guys, but yeah, didn't happen. They look terrible. I'm not good at it. I know my strengths and my weaknesses. Photography is a weakness. But yeah, photography is definitely a weakness of mine. UK near Newcastle. Oh, northern accent. Love that. Let me know how they go with those bandanas because we're going to take our bandanas. I haven't done specific Pride ones necessarily. I mean, I could. It's just a lot of color changing for such a small project. I use the variegated multicolor cottons that you can get from Hobby or Hobie or whatever people call it. All right. In a pickle. Under the bread and pizzas are your go-to make. I've never made bread. I have made a pizza, but I cheated a little bit and pre-bought the base. And I've also done pizzas on like wraps, quesadilla wraps and things. They're quite nice. They're quite nice, but yeah, I don't cook in our house. It's not my thing. Not my thing. You're going to go back to making some plushies when your new order comes in for the littles and your in-laws and your families for Christmas. So do people just say, right, I want this for Christmas, and then you just make it? I am more of a, you can hope and wish. But to be honest, not many people in my family ask for things from me. That's not a thing. Not a thing that we do. My sister asked last year for clothes for Colin the cat. Colin the cat is my niece's like little kitten. So I made him like her favorite color is pink. So I made him a little poncho, and I made her a matching poncho so they could dress the same. So I did that, and I really enjoyed doing that. Actually, it's quite fun to do. But I think Colin's out now, and a new lion is in, and yeah, I don't even know anymore. She's 5 and only just turned 5, so yeah, they go in and out of phases. My daughter wanted that mermaid tail that I made, and she's never put it on. Not once did she try that. So we put a price label on it, and I'm going to sell it. Where did I go? Going to we're using Hobby Acacia print. It's a cotton acrylic blend. I'm going to need to look that one up. I'm pretty sure I've seen that before. But that would be an interesting one. They get what they're given. Like it or lump it, family. These are your gifts. That is what you're getting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we start the black in a minute. I have no idea how big this is going to be either, actually. I thought about doubling everything. So each square being 2 rows and 2 along. But then when I did the foundation chain, actually, I quite like the length of it. So I thought, let's finish one and see what it looks like. And then if I love it, I'll make it bigger and I'll change a few things about it, because I'd like this to be smoother. But won't be bad for a first go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in orange. They have a £10 limit per person, so you ignore that when you make things. Yeah, yarn doesn't count as a cost for a gift, not in the slightest. Not in the slightest. Hello, Rebecca. I think if yarn counted as a cost for some of the things I'd made, I'd go bankrupt. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'm trying to use up some of my stash from under the bed. I've pulled out a few skeins of, oh my God. I feel like I should spend some time untangling this, but I really don't want to. Yeah, there's 8 individual strands going into this now so far. Ooh. Did I say hi, Rebecca? I'm going to say hi, Rebecca. In too much pain from all my cancer meds right now. Oh, crochet instead. I'll crochet for both of us today. How's that? I really want to finish this. I really do. I just don't see it happening today, especially if I'm talking. I think if I didn't talk, that could work, but that would kind of defeat the entire point of the live, in my opinion. Bad enough I'm looking at the pattern and the crochet rather than, hello, the camera. Yay, love the colors. It's rainbow. I love rainbow as a color. I think when people ask me what my favorite color is, sometimes I'm like, rainbow. Rainbow is my favorite color. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. I don't like the lesbian pride flag colors. It's not me. It's annoying that I don't like my own flag. Which is unfortunate. So I tend to go with a rainbow flag. What? Purple all the way. I love purple. Do I love purple more than I like blue? No, I think I like blue, and I like this color blue. Most of the pride flag stuff is in like a darker blue, but this, I just love it. I think it's such a good blue. Finally found your perfect rainbow color yarn after years of searching. It made me so happy. You're gonna have to tell me what that yarn is. What am I working on? I am working on a Love is Love with a rainbow background tapestry. I don't know how big it's going to be, but so far this is probably about 1/6 of the tapestry pattern thing I've got up here. I've changed a few things about it, as I always do. What crocheter doesn't take a pattern and then change most things? But yeah, it is proving interesting to concentrate on the counting and the camera and the chat and the crochet and all the strands. And you know what? I fancied a challenge. This is a challenge in itself. 1, 2. Now, after this, I am going to order some yarn. There's I need to actually go like properly looking for yarn. It's going to be yarn I've not used before, because I need it for a specific project that I am so excited about. And it's probably going to go horrendously wrong, but I'm going to make a video about it anyway. And we'll see. We'll see. It could be a whole new branch to what I want to end up doing. Yeah. So I'm very, very excited. And yeah, desperate to share it with everybody. Desperate. But I have to wait. I will wait. I will wait. Sounds interesting. Just a quick hi and bye. You got to run to work. Oh, hi, bye. Market was cancelled. Hi, Tiana. There's Crafter's Secret. Oh, there's like Crafter's Secret cotton. Only at Hobby Lobby. Yeah. Us Brits don't get a lot of the American yarns, but we get a lot. And I found Wool Warehouse a couple of years ago, and I'm so happy that I found Wool Warehouse. I am not sponsored by them. I would happily promote them for free. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'd promote them for money, but I'd promote them for free. They are really, really good. They've got really good delivery times, good prices. I mean, prices could always be lower, but they've got a nice selection. For the UK, they've got a good selection. And I'm really happy with all I order. And that's who I'm going to order my next yarn from. So I want something thicker than a double knit, but not too thick. I think it needs to be some form of acrylic blend. And it needs to come in some very specific colors. So that's what I'm after. And that is what I've got to find after this live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But yeah. Wool Warehouse rocks. I agree. I agree. You get 90% of your wool from Wool Warehouse. I think I'm more like 95% with the odd bit from independent yarn stores and things. Oh, and Hobby, obviously. Or Hobie. Is it Hobby or Hobie? I don't know. You're obsessed with Premier Yarns. Your purse took a hit last night. Love that. Love that. I should have changed colour. Yep. Yeah, my purse is about to take a hit. Although I looked at my credit card bill already, bearing in mind it is the 7th of the month. How is the credit card bill already really, really high? I paid it off at the beginning of the month, and now it's extortionate, and I don't even know how. Don't even know how. And I haven't actually bought any yarn. That's usually one of the main culprits, and I haven't. No, not yet. I will be. But yeah, money is temporary, I guess is the word. You're really curious about the repurposed jewelry. So it's how the business started, actually. We What did we do? We had a baby, and my other half working, and then when my little girl got a bit older, the contemplation of me going back to work and her working, we looked at nurseries and the costs back then we had to pay, and we hated all the nurseries we saw. We hated the fees for the nurseries that we saw, and it was a case of, well, could she give up work and maybe do something temporary or like more part-time on the side, something else. Oh god, where's the end of this? And then we were at a boot fair, which for the non-UK people among us, a boot fair is a bit like a massive yard sale, but not at people's houses, like in a field. So yeah, we were at a boot fair, and we saw this woman who made jewelry from Lego, like coupling plates and things, and just turned them into key rings, and Lego bricks and drilled into them and turned them into key rings. So I asked her sort of how she made things and what she did, and it was fascinating. And my other half had always wanted to make jewelry, and I had no interest in making jewelry, to be honest. But yeah, so we bought, she wanted a drill and some jewelry stuff to make just regular jewelry. And I was very clear that if you do this, the market is so saturated, you've got to have a USP. Otherwise, you're never going to make any money, and all you're going to do is just chuck money down the drain. So then she was like, well, I could, make jewelry from Lego. I was like, yes, but again, lots of people do that. And we are big board game fanatics. And it just, I don't know who came up with the idea or how we got into the idea, but we thought, oh, we could just repurpose or upcycle board games from boot fairs. So we take the pieces and we make them into something else. And that's how it started. And then it just kind of grew from there. And that was the first year of the business, was just the jewelry. I helped make a lot of the jewelry, which in the initial stages, when you're making an entire tent full of jewelry, it was a big process to get enough stock to start. And then once I'd done that, I had nothing to do with my hands. And so I learned to crochet, and then that joined the business, and it had nothing to do with jewelry, and they don't go together, but somehow it works. So yeah, that's kind of that side. No idea. Hobby. I don't know which one's which. Money can't buy happiness except when you spend it on yarn. Oh my god, we should put that on a t-shirt. The other half has just walked back in the room, was like laughing and sniggering. Like, yes, we should put that on a t-shirt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. God, maybe I could do a tapestry. Money can't buy happiness except if you spend it on yarn. Oh, I'd love that so much. Wonder if there is a t-shirt with that on it. That'd be good. Right, 4 in red. Just so you're aware, we are now working with 9 strands of yarn. I'm sure that's nothing to like seasoned tapestry crocheters, but to me, this is baffling. I've just realized I probably should have carried that black more. I was gonna have to stripe across. 2. You think you're gonna make that my channel slogan? You should. That's a brilliant slogan. I love that. The Draw Me must be really quirky. It is pretty quirky. So I don't know if people are interested in board games. So we turn things like poker chips and Scrabble tiles and meeples and trains. What else we do? I was thinking dice is a big one. And then with regards to the Lego, we use pretty much anything and everything from it to make earrings. And we do a lot of studs. We have like a whole stud pegboard grid wall thing. And then do sort of like Lego brick key rings and coupling plate key rings. And you use the hearts and the snowflakes and all of that. Yeah, Monopoly houses and all of those things. World Monopoly houses were interesting when I got those. So yeah, we just upcycled them all. So when board games lose pieces and people want to get rid of them, we take them. And then we started having to purchase certain things to keep up. But all of the board game stuff is all upcycled except for the meeples and the trains, because you can't, it's not financially viable to buy loads of Ticket to Rides and train sets and things and then sell the jewelry at the prices we do. Our jewelry prices are pretty low and we're quite happy with that. I don't want to raise any of those prices. So in order to purchase the pieces, we have to purchase them like just the pieces rather than those board games. But the other ones, all the other ones come from boot fairs and that kind of thing. But yeah, it works really well for us. For some reason, it just works and we're really happy with it. Yeah. Hi, Sharon. Oh, I'm good. I am happier for being live and actually getting some crochet done and putting the two terrors to sleep. My God, they were hard work today. Who knew such small people could have such big feelings? Right, going into a 3 and a 1, 2. All right, it's happening. I mean, seriously, what am I supposed to do with this? The problem is when you pull from both ends as well, it's just a great big tangle. Don't pull it too hard and hopefully it will come through. I'm working from 2 cones and 5 balls, just so you're aware of the mess that's going on down here. Right, back to purple, and then 5. So did anyone else have any events this weekend? How was the weather? It was not great down here. So when I got there, the portaloos had blown over. And that was part of the problem from a safety perspective. I wouldn't have wanted to be in that portaloo when it blew over. Oh, that's some serious yarn buff. Yeah. It's just a bit of a knot that I'm hoping I can ignore for a little bit. Now, the question is, with this tapestry, is all the letter stuff going to line up? Oh, the dog has arrived. Hello, Echo. No? No, immediately turns her back on me. Why is there a hole there? Like, oh, sugar. Don't pull Lily Sugar and Cream so hard. It comes off. Right, let's fix this. Has anyone else ever snapped Lily Sugar and Cream? I don't think that's ever happened to me before. Hey, fun fact, that chap that invented Monopoly used the charms from his wife's charm bracelet as playing pieces. That's really cool. So actually it started out as jewelry, went to a board game, then has now in our business come back to jewelry. Yeah, that's really interesting. What am I making? I am making a tapestry piece, which is rainbow. And it's going to say, love is love, I hope, by the time I'm finished. But yeah, it's I've never finished a tapestry piece in my entire life. They never get completed. So this is a smaller piece that I stupidly picked to do on a live, because why would you do that? It's far too much concentrating for my liking. But yeah, let's see how this goes and see if I can actually finish it. That's the key here. And so far, I've got my pattern pulled up like right next to you guys. it's just a bit difficult to read because it's not a proper pattern. It's more of a picture. And so, yeah, there's a lot of counting. And a lot of color changing. Yeah. Only when you finish the project. Have I missed something? Probably missed something. Oh. But yeah, this is my project this evening. I've got some backup cats next to me. The loaf cat pattern. Has anyone else done the loaf cat pattern? The other half likes the mini cats because we can sell them cheaper and sell more of them, but I hate making the little ones. I find that so much effort goes into embroidering the face. I'd rather just do it on a bigger face. So I make the loaf cats rather than the kittens. And they still sell very well. Not as good as the kittens, but we still sell out because I don't make many. So if I get bored of this, that is what I'm doing. Only 50+ cats you've made. I don't know if I've done 50 in a total. Well, maybe. But they all sold out. So I've currently got 3 that I made last night. Or 3 and 3/4 of one. Everybody kept asking if I had any orange cats. And I'm like, I did. I just, sold them. So I am making more in the colour Tabby in Burnout Baby Blanket, I think it is. You've got a loaf cat whip. Yeah, they do sell. I find they sell really well. I'm quite happy with how they sell. But I don't make masses. So I think the writing is going to start to form now. I think. See what it looks like. I don't know. We'll see. If it's rough, just stop and not complete another tapestry. 4. There's 47 in your stash of 300+ brushes. I don't actually know what I've got at the moment. There's the other half is doing 1 bag of plushies a day in the inventory because that is all she can face, and I don't do the inventory, so not my job. Once they're finished, I throw them at her, and that's it. Now I'm done. Although since doing YouTube, it's changed a little bit. I finish them, film them, and then throw them at her. Is the current way things are going. So I have to store them for a little bit, and then I don't think about it after that. 2. That's a 3. One of your goals is to learn to make amigurumi. You mostly make bath and body items or crochet jewelry. There's so many cute ami patterns out. They are, and you know what? I think personally that amigurumi is easier than most other things, but then I would say that because that's what I do. But it's what I started doing, and I really enjoy it. And yeah, it's not that difficult. It really isn't. It's actually only very few stitches, and some people just take a bit longer to get to grips with it, and that's all. Going back to black. I'm glad there's a back to this because it's gonna look weird otherwise. All right. Put that. Are you using Stitch Fiddle? Not for this. No, I should have done. But I didn't have time. So I literally came up with this idea 20 minutes before I came on the live. I was Pinteresting, found a picture I liked and thought, yeah, let's do that. And now I'm kind of improvising as I go along. But yeah, we'll see how it turns out. It may be terrible, but it may be okay. I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do pattern-wise and how I want to design things. Because I've got a couple of ideas for the next couple of kits. in patterns. I'm just going to do a few variations of what we have. And then I have some other ideas. Like I want to do a Halloween box where you can buy a kit to make up like 3 different plushies, all Halloween themed and things like that. So yeah, I've got some ideas in the pipeline of designs and things I want to do. And then I want to get all my patterns all written down properly in both UK and US terminology and on Etsy. There's just a lot to do. Yeah. Hi, Kendall. You meant hi. 300 plushies. How long did they take you to make? I don't know what I've got. Whether I could rival 300. I think maybe I could. I think maybe I could rival your 300. But I have no idea. That's the honest answer. Is what I could do. Right. I'm looking forward to seeing the first word come out of this and see if it looks right. Because then I'll decide if I want to carry on. You're sure it'll be amazing? Yeah, we will see. We will see. Tapestry crochet is not my strong point, which is why I quite like it. I like testing myself and things that I don't usually do. Yeah. Oh, can I cut that off? Oh, I can cut that one off. Right. Finished with this length of purple. I'll tie that end in a minute. Over 12 to 18 months of work. Jeez. Do you sell Norfolk Bell? Do you do events, or is it mainly just for family? You love kits, but you're useless at reading patterns. Any chance? Oh, there's videos with every crochet kit I do, there will be a video tutorial. I started these kits for many, many reasons, and there's a few things that I'm going to do specifically. So I want to make sure I have refill kits for all of them, because as a crocheter, I've got all the stuff. I don't need to pay for any of that. And it's a waste as well. If you give me another crochet hook and another pair of scissors and all these other things, it's a waste if you give it to me, and that's not eco-friendly. So there's that. I want to have the written pattern because I personally prefer a written pattern. I'm not very good at following a video tutorial. I just forget where I'm at, and either the tutorial goes too slowly or too fast. But then I am very aware that there are some people that cannot read patterns and much prefer a video tutorial. So, and every kit I do will have a video tutorial with it. If there's no changes to the pattern, so for example, I do my little chicks in yellow and in white, but there's no other changes to the pattern other than the color, then it's the same tutorial. But I have a budgie pattern, which is essentially the same as the chick, but with different color changes at different points. So I will do a different tutorial for the budgie, is the idea. You want to do events, but I didn't. Now when in the thick of it, they needed testing. So yeah. Oh, you're in that bit where you've got a load of plushies that weren't tested or in a different yarn. I've been there, but I wasn't quite at 300. I was much, much lower than that when I made the decision. I'm in my 4th stitch. How many stitches am I doing on this row? 4. Change to green. With video. When is it for sale? So it's supposed to be tomorrow. It may still be tomorrow. It's all dependent upon the other half getting the photographs ready for Etsy. The videos are up. The kits are made. We've even figured out packing and shipping and stuff, and I just need to do the listing. But to do that, I need pictures. So yeah, she's on it. It's going to happen probably tomorrow when when the little one naps and the other one's at preschool. That's when we're going to try and take the photos. We tried to do it today. We had too much help. And when I say help, I mean the most unhelpful help you could ever have. So yeah, they are coming out, and I don't want to give away the video for this week, but it will tell you how the kits did. And yeah, we're pretty pleased with that. happy place with it. It was a bit of a gamble because I put a lot of investment into it financially and time-wise, and I had no idea how it was going to go. Not a clue. But it's made me want to do a different type of event. So there's an event for crafters. There's like craft fairs and things that I knew existed, but never really contemplated going to as a buyer or a seller. Because if I go as a buyer, I'm going to buy everything. Can't do that. But if I go as a seller, now I've actually got something that might be of interest to crafters rather than just finished makes. And I got talking to someone about this, but I looked at the booth fee for the one I was interested in. My Lord, it was 200 and something pounds for 1 meter squared. So per meter squared, it was 200 and something pounds. So for the minimum size pitch, the 2x2 meter squared, which gives you 4 square meters, you're talking nearly 900 quid for a gamble. And yeah, I don't know if that's for us. It's a big gamble, and that the prices we charge for our kits, I'd have to raise my prices quite significantly, and I just don't feel comfortable doing that for an event, just because it charges more to have a stall there. Like, I'm not saying I haven't paid that amount for things, I have, but for bigger pitches and for events where we know we're going to do well. But yeah, as a starter pitch, that's a big gamble if you don't know how you're doing it. You always start with the hardest projects, then everything else has to be easier. Oh, yeah, so you are on Etsy. Good. Yep. The Etsy shop is the Crochet Doctor Shop. There is nothing on it at the moment. There will be. I never even thought to do online before. We made the active decision not to do online a long time ago. And then when I started YouTube, I'm like, people are asking about things and I have no way of selling them. And actually, yeah, let's give it a go, because I had no social media presence prior to doing YouTube. Social media has never been my thing. I've never been very good at it. I've gone wrong. Oh, no, I haven't. Oh, we'll see. We'll soon see. Yeah, so I am on Etsy. Holy cannoli, that's expensive. Yes, it is. I mean, the booth fee for what we did last weekend, which I will tell you about in the vlog, it's a big booth fee. It is it's quite a significant investment that we did, and I will go into details on it in the video, and I will talk about how much we made and things. I debated a lot as to whether I was going to share the finances or not, but I think I am, because I find that sort of thing interesting, and I don't want it to sound braggy or not braggy or whatever it is. It's more this is just information I'm sharing kind of thing, because it is worth the gamble sometimes, but then gambles don't always pay off. We've had several gambles that haven't paid off, and we've learned our lessons, and we've just not gone back to those events, basically. There are some where we still make a profit, but the profit is not worth the effort taken. So there's an event I really like called the Southbound Show, and it's like a county fair kind of thing. But because people pay quite a bit for the tickets to get in, they don't tend to spend as much when they're actually in there. So we do make our money back on the booth fee and all that kind of stuff, but it takes a while. And then the profit after that, yes, is profit, but does it justify 2 people working flat out for 3 days plus all the prep work? Does it justify all the dog care, childcare, everything else I have to organize, the people traveling in from several hours away to come and look after my children? That's my time off as well. So this is not my job. This is my other half's business. And I just help out with the setup and takedown and sometimes the selling and things. And so whilst a big profit, it might seem like a big profit, actually, it's not worth the time and effort to us. Yeah, we need to be talking decent profit before we're considering going back to something. Can you see it yet? Doesn't say anything yet. Well, it's time to sell online. I'm selling online. I'm not nervous. I'm really nervous. I think the reason I've got the courage up to sell online is because I've been doing a lot of vintage. Like, the thing that scared me most was the postage and the packaging and all of that kind of thing. But having done a lot of vintage over the past 5-6 months, I've gotten to grips with a lot of the postage kind of thing. Even though vintage does a lot of it for you, it's actually a lot easier than you think. There's so many different ways you can post things. There's so many different ways to access them. Like today, I had to find something called Relay. Don't know if you've heard of Relay. I hadn't heard of Relay until someone last. Have I gone wrong? Yeah. So we've got Relay, InPost, Every, Royal Mail, DPD, something else. But yeah, it's crazy. I set a reminder and still forgot you went live at 7. Hi, Punky Fish. I set a reminder and alarm for myself as well. I actually managed to do the pre-thing today. I was just like, yeah, I'll get it up. I'll do it. What did you miss? Well, I'm attempting tapestry crochet. And like, hang on, it's back to front for me. So this side. I don't know what's happened here or here. But I think that's just the way it's supposed to weave. We'll see. Trying something different. I've been making plushies flat out all week, and I wanted to do something else. I want to do a rainbow mesh market bag, but for myself. I'm going to make the large one and see how that goes. Oh, that's what I could have done this evening. And I chose tapestry. This is not being insistent on us. No, we are all good. Right. 1, 2, 3. If I go in there, that should be fine. I have to say, I think there's a reason I don't do tapestry crochet. I'm already getting bored. All right. There we go. We might move on to cats in a minute. This is following the pattern and chatting is not easy. Unless you want me to carry on with this. This is this is so difficult. Now looking at a giant dragon pattern to make. That's kind of cool. I never managed to finish dragons. I've got one somewhere that just needs his flowers putting on. Have I done it? No, I have not. No, I have not. Loaf kitties. Do you want to see me make loaf cats? Shall I do some cats? Because this is tricky. And when I finish it, I can put it in a vlog or something. And you can see the finished part, but without the... Let's get to the end of this row. Let's get to the end of the row. And then I am going to switch over to cats. 1, 2. But yeah. Whoever, I can't remember the name of the girl that made the loaf cat pattern, but my God, didn't she do well? That is such a popular pattern. For a pattern to have taken off like that is crazy. Annie Caraway art, yeah, that's her. Just, yeah, for a pattern to take off in the way that that one did. I don't know what the rival is to it at the moment. What other patterns are there that are taking off quite significantly at the moment? I'm not sure. You're making a hook case. A hook case. Is that like, I've seen these ones that sort of are foldable, but you have individual sections for each crochet hook. I think that's quite cool. Yeah, I'm going to pause here. Okay, so this is how far we've got. I'm going to pause there. Told you, I never finished tapestry. Never. Right, let's put the yarn bath in the bag and hide it until I can face it again. You're seeing a lot of geese. I've seen the shelf goose, that's the one that I like the look of, where he sort of sits and then his neck and head come further down. That's one I'd like to try. Need to look up the pattern for that. I know Crochet by Jenna did it. Oh, this cat's actually a lot further along than I thought. What do you think? He's a bit skew-if. Is that a Crochet Grove pattern? Yeah, I've got a lot of hers. Stuffing. I might give it a go, but I'm supposed to not be trying any new patterns at the moment, she says, having just started another tapestry that she's not finished. Yeah, I might give that a go at some point. He looks really cute. I've done the silly goose pattern, where he's got sort of like closed eyes. They look really cute. Oh, I can get rid of that now and do that. Yeah, this is cat number 4, I think. Oh, it is expensive. Yeah, it's 13 something now. It used to be $12.99. It's gone up by like 50, 70p, something like that. Which, when you buy the amount of it that I do, it adds up. But I get the NHS discount, which is quite a good discount when you buy the amount of yarn I do. But it doesn't come off the sale prices, only the regular prices. Yeah, this is the colour Tabby, which I thought was very apt for making cats. I also make chickens out of this. They do really well. We sold out of this colour chicken, I think. I might make some chickens. Mabel chicken pattern. Classic. Also another one that did really, really well. Yeah, lucky for the NHS discount. Yeah, it's 20% as well. It's not an insignificant discount. It's one of the perks of working for the NHS. One of the very few perks of working for the NHS. Yeah, I also have the blue light card and every other discount I can possibly get, I try for. Yeah. And mother sometimes rolls her eyes at me when I try and get discounts on things, and like I skimp and say we try and go places where we have a discount code or whatever, because it just makes it cheaper. It makes everything cheaper. And we started using this app shortly before Christmas that I thought was a scam, to be honest. And my sister started using it, and it was only because she'd used it in front of me to pay for dinner one time that I was just like, actually, that seems quite legit. This seems a bit too good to be true, but it's quite legit. So basically, you go and eat in a restaurant, you get the bill, You then buy, I've lost my hook. Oh. Anyone see what I did with my hook? Yeah. You then buy a gift card through this app for the exact amount you've spent. Use the gift card to pay the bill, and then you get a percentage back from buying the gift card. So like Harvesters at the moment, I think it was like 11% discount. So say you get, I don't know, 100 quid bill or whatever it is. We don't do 100 quid bill, can't afford that. But if you get 100 quid bill, you get 11% back. So when you buy the gift card for £100, you get 11 quid back on this app that you can then use to buy like your next gift card. And it does all add up. So I highly recommend it. Not sponsored, but it's not a scam, which is quite nice. It's a good way of getting a little bit of money back when you spend things. Trick is not to go and spend things just because you got the app. But yeah, it's called Ever Up, this app. And yeah, I do like a nice discount. And that's got nothing to do with the NHS. That could be for anyone. I don't know if it, I definitely don't have one for Wool Warehouse on that, though. That's a shame. It's more like your common high street stuff. But yeah, I'm literally telling everybody about this app at the moment because we've saved several £100 so far on it. So worth it. Like we bought our carpets through it as well, which saved a whole bunch of money. But yeah, look it up. Look it up. It's good. Just can't buy yarn on it. Sad. Very sad. Yeah, they do. The Blue Light does a very similar thing. It's a shame you can't buy from both. I've done that before where you have a limit on one of them. So I bought an app. I bought some of it on Ever Up and some of it on Blue Light and got discount through the whole thing. Yeah, it's kind of handy. Oh, I bought our kitchen. I bought our kitchen through the gift card app as well. Kitchens are expensive. Still don't have a new kitchen. We just bought the stuff to put in. It's just not in yet. But yeah. Bit more stuffing. This guy's gonna be cute. Well, I need to come up with some form of system between now and, well, preferably tomorrow, for how I'm going to market prep for London Pride. How do you predict what is going to be popular at London Pride? Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking of doing a selection of Pride items, a selection of one-offs, and then my regular staples, because the regular staples are liked regardless of whether you're at Pride or not, is the idea. Right, need to do his tail. So yeah, I'm also sorry about the break, missing a live a couple of weeks ago and the uploads. It should all return to normal schedule, although I am thinking of changing my upload day based on the channel now gives me some analytic data of when people are watching my channel or when they're watching YouTube, and Friday seems to be a better day than a Thursday. Don't know how you lot feel about that, but don't know if that's a better posting day or not. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But yeah, it's got this like light system where the light is bolder the more people are watching. Sorry you're late to the show. It's all right, Karen. We're here. We'll be here for a little bit longer. Fully depends upon when my dinner is ready. And yeah, I'm in a bit of a don't know what I want to crochet kind of mood. I've just realized I've done the wrong amount. Start again. Yeah, that's my mood. Start again. Well, that's an answer I like, Karen. Honestly, I have no idea when is better for me. 6. I just have to sit and commit to it because otherwise, yeah. I think I'm going to try and pre-plan around events because I do not have time to prepare videos around the events. It was just absolutely crazy, the amount we were doing. And then thinking, oh God, I've got to put a video out as well. But I did also have to do the tutorials because I couldn't sell the kits without the tutorials because the kits advertised that there was a tutorial. It was a whole big tutorial palaver. And then I tried some new kit. I tried a new microphone. That all went very, very wrong. So I ended up having to film the tutorials twice. So yeah, that was a whole big thing. Why can't I do that? Let me in. Let me in. Made my stitch too tight. And are you still releasing the penguin? Yep. Well, okay. So the 8th, hopefully, maybe, if we manage to get the photos taken. We tried today. We had far too many helping hands. So we have some child free time tomorrow that the photos are going to be taken. And then we can do it. Like, I've sorted out the shipping. The kits are all made. They're all sitting beautifully on the shelf. We are literally just waiting on the photos, and that is it. So yeah, hopefully may still come out tomorrow evening, but we shall see. It will be this week. I want to get them out. Yeah, they're doing well, and I want feedback as well. I'd like to see what people make and how they find it, and if there's any feedback, like from I want to get better perspective for next time or changing things. I am all for that. I want to be the best it can be. And eventually, if things do go really well, I'd like to try and get professional printed stickers and boxes. But at the moment, the price reflects the fact that it is all very, I don't want to say DIY because a lot of thought and effort has gone into it, but it's not involving any external companies, basically. Yes, it will be on Etsy. We don't have enough of an online presence for a website yet. Maybe in the future. I'd love to have our own website and sell through that because Etsy is very saturated. But I think if you've got something else driving it, and we do a lot of in-person events and now obviously YouTube, and hopefully it will drive traffic. That's the idea. And I'd like to put some of my wearables up there because wearables don't sell very well at events, and I love making them. Yeah, I love making wearables. Like, I've got quite a few hooded scarves and a snood, and don't even talk to me about ear warmers. Got loads of ear warmers. I love making ear warmers. It's the wrong season, but I've got some beautiful designs and yarns that have gone into ear warmers. They're just, yeah. I want to make a whole bunch of pride flag ear warmers. I've made some, but not enough. And I'd like to do some for London. So I could make a video about that, actually, couldn't I? Maybe I'll do that. Pride ear warmer video. Any good for anyone? They'll give me the incentive to actually do it. I wanted to learn how to make a scarf on the knitting machine, but I think that means I have to knit at the end. instead of crochet and slip. No. But yeah, I've got a lot of the colours and I'd really like to do it. Love watching challenge videos. How many Pride earwarmers can I make in whatever set of time I set myself? In 1 hour? No. A 1 hour challenge. I wouldn't get much done. Is there a way I can put my Etsy link to my description? Actually, I shouldn't sit here with a crochet hook hanging out my mouth, should I? Let's have a look. Okay. Trying to find it not through my Etsy page. Because if you type in Crochet Doctor, you get a lot of Amigurumi, that is Crochet Doctors. Like, so what, maybe I'll put this in and someone can tell me if it works or not. Can you let me know if that works? On-call weekend? No. Oh, it worked. Fabulous. I have done my last ever weekend as a registrar. The next weekend I will be doing will be as a consultant. Hopefully. Fingers crossed if I pass. Yeah, so... Oh, yes, it worked. Fabulous. So that is the link to the shop. As you can see, there is nothing to see. It's going really well. But yeah, I am hoping to gradually populate it over a period of time. Various things will be going up that you can purchase. We're planning on putting the scrunchies, the wearables, including the ear warmers, because there are some beautiful ear warmers. Yeah, scrunchies, ear warmers, wearables, obviously all the crochet kits, crochet patterns. We debated putting some of the jewelry up, but I don't know if we're going to mix that with the Crochet Doctor or not. It's all a bit different. Yeah. Congrats, thank you. It's been a long time coming. I am one of those people that have taken a bit of a zigzag route to get to the finish line. Thank you, Smiley Sheep. Thank you, Karen. Thank you, Maria. Sorry. Yeah, so we'll see how the sign off goes this month. And then if that goes, I can start my new job in August. So yeah, it'll be good. New chapter. So yeah, there's been times when I did not think I would get to this point. But yeah. One more row. This guy's tail. Yeah, getting to the end of that chapter, starting a new chapter and starting this. This is my new thing. And I love it. I really enjoy it. I did not think that this would be for me, and apparently it is. Who knew? Me on social media. I've got so much YouTube to catch up on. Everybody's been going live this week. There's been so many lives, and the problem is the other half doesn't enjoy watching all of the crochet content. She likes to, watch something other than crochet. And so catching up with all the YouTube can be quite difficult sometimes. Do I ever get into a crochet funk? This is my current funk today. I am in a funk. I don't know what I want to do. Hence why I started doing tapestry crochet. Yeah, this is my crochet funk. I don't know what I want to do. I'm doing things that I know need doing because I can't decide on what to do. Like I was browsing patterns and browsing our inventory that is not up to date, trying to figure out what I want to do. I was even trying to think of some challenge videos. I know exactly what I want to do. I think that might be the problem. So I know what I want to do, but what I want to do on a video. And I haven't even purchased the yarn yet. because it's going to need some very specific colors. So it means I get to do a yarn order, but yeah, it's either going to be really good or really rubbish, and you'll get to see it either way. But it's I'm doing some Instagram like browsing, and I've seen something that I watched somebody else do, and I'm like, oh my god, that's amazing! Like that's absolutely fascinating, and I loved the finished piece. And I was like, I want to do that. So we're going to do that and see how it turns out. If it turns out really good, I will keep doing it. If people buy it, then I will still keep doing it. But yeah, I had to get the right starting piece, which I found today. So got the starting piece, and now I just need to buy the yarn. You finished the bag and now can't decide on a project. It winds you up. Oh, what yarn have you got next to you that you don't have to get up to get anything else? That sometimes dictates what I decide to do next. Like if I can't be bothered to stand up, then I will try and do something with whatever is next to me. You have to stop crocheting for the night. Your hands and fingers are hurting. Oh, I'm sorry. I've done something to my wrist and my thumb. I don't know what. I remember injuring myself, but I know that it hurts. The thing is, I do rest my hands, but I tend to keep crocheting if it starts hurting, to be honest. Change the type of yarn or change what I'm doing or lessen my tension a little bit. And that's, yeah, that's what I'm doing. You gave yourself trigger thumb when it worked on a basket. Oh man, I had a trigger finger once. I think it was this one. And it literally, it would just click and click and click. And I tried the splints and the exercises and all of that. Didn't work. Went back to the doctor and they did a steroid injection. Oh, fixed it right up. And it has triggered again since, like about a year or so later. But when it triggered, I did the exercises, wore the splint, and it was okay that time. So I didn't need another injection. But the steroid injection really fixed the trigger because it wasn't all the stuff. I was being a really good patient and it still wasn't working. So neon or cotton? Neon. It's got to be neon. And is that Parfait Chunky? Is that Premier Parfait Chunky, the neon stuff you showed me once? Right now you're working on a baby blanket. One of your elders at church made it and it came apart in the dryer. But you learned to crochet it and you're fixing it. Oh, bless. I've never done that. I've never had to fix something that's come apart. So that's a skill in itself, to be fair. Even if you know how to crochet, that's a separate skill. It's working with cotton. It's stiff, but you have OA in your joints, which doesn't help. I don't have a diagnosis, but I believe I have arthritis in the bases of my thumbs. It's where arthritis tends to start in the hands. And I used to sublux my thumbs. Still can. So they go out, pop back in. And I used to do that all the time as a kid. And I'm paying for it now. Indeed. Well, you got to use the neon. Go for the neon. I'd make a neon cat if I could. That'd be cool. The splint at night has helped. Yeah, the splint did work the second time I had it, but if it's still ongoing, you should go back to the doctor because, I mean, that steroid injection changed everything at the time because it was really painful. When it was, not something I'd ever experienced before. You've done 2 snakes and a dragon in neon. You just must be blooming fast. You're so fast. Oh dear. Yep. Okay, you do neon cat to show me. Yep. Show me a neon cat. I like that. Because I have no neon colours. Need to fix that. Although I've got unicorn brights. That would be cool. Most of the cats that I do tend to be in like realistic colours. I've never done one in a non-realistic colour. I should. Really, really should. All right, that's the tail on. Now, just need to do the butt. Where is my cotton? You're making a wheat stitch chicken. I've seen those. The wheat stitch looks really pretty. Oh, it's starting to yawn. There it is. You just got to sew the tail on and it's finished. What, the neon cat? We just suggested it. How can you have finished? It's your sister-in-law's fault if she wanted a basket. Oh, yeah, blame her. Blame her. I blame my sister-in-law for a lot of things. Not her fault, but I blame her anyway. Right. Okay. Cat is so cute. Thank you. You prepared it earlier. Well, you predicted that we want to see a neon cat. That's very ironic. Right, let's go around there. Just forgot to sew the tail. I've forgotten to sew a tail. It's easily done, or I just haven't wanted to. I don't like sewing. It is, yeah. It's the one thing I don't like about the cats. I don't like embroidering the face because I tend not to use regular, smaller safety eyes with burnout. I've never tested it, but I just feel that anything smaller than an 18 mil just would come out. And I just haven't tested it, so I don't use them. I tend to embroider. Or I use one of my glitter eyes if I need to. But for the cats, I don't tend to use safety eyes. Right, there we go. One tabby kitten. Well, he's not a kitten, he's a cat with a cute butt. I like these guys. That's 4 in stock now. Almost. Almost. Do I carry on? Chicken? Has anyone got any? Oh, you should do a neon chicken. There you go. Neon chicken. I'm going to do a tabby chicken. If I can remember the pattern, I may have to look it up. 3. Do you ever get to the point where your nails are getting long and you just keep catching yourself? That keeps happening to me. I want to see that. But yeah, neon chicken could be funny as well. Just neon everything. Neon everything. Can't remember how quickly these whip up. Loaf cats in jelly baby glitter. Really? All the colours? I might try some. My other half has very strong feelings about having cats in the regular colours, but I don't know. I really like some of the variegated yarns in Burnout. I've tried a few new ones this year, and they're just really cute. Really, really cute. Actually, I've got a new pinky grey one that I've made some whales and things in that I might use. And maybe do one in unicorn brights. That could be good. You're now biting your nails. Sorry. There you go. Yeah, chickens are a good staple for me. I have 9 or 10 different colors I do. Some are obviously better sellers than others. And I've actually gotten to a state with them now where I'd like to get to with everything. So I've constantly got stuff in stock, and then I just restock the things that I've sold. It's the only thing I've gotten to that sort of steady state with. Yeah, everything else just can't keep up with, unfortunately. I've got so many chickens. I think I went on a chicken binge at one point. I like making the carcasses. I'll just sit here and use up an entire skein of yarn making carcasses, and then one day I'll put them together. You cut your nails short as they get in the way of your crafting. I bite mine. I am guilty. Tend to do it in the car if I am on my own and I'm either anxious about the day or decisions that have been made or something, and then I'll get home and I'll have no nails left. It's not ideal. Now, do you do a single crochet round or do you just go in the back loop? I can't remember. Bear with me, I will find out. Chicken nugget. Come on. Right, show me the pattern. Show me the pattern. No, I was right. Go straight into it. I think my tension is tight today. The base looks quite small. Or maybe these are just small because it's baby blanket. I don't know. I feel like I could do a video on how many chickens could I make in a day, because I could make a lot of chickens, I reckon. They're just such a quick. We've completely sold out of beach foam in Burnout Baby Blanket. It was super popular at the last event. And I don't know if it was because people actually liked them or because my other half was pushing them because it's her favourite. Who knows? Who knows? Working on a blanket using 2 granny. Oh, I've got a deck of those. They are so cool. I have not started yet, but I have a deck. I got it from Costco and I love it. Your TA just finished crocheting 27 frogs for your year one. I was talking about this earlier, how I know that teachers crochet things for their students and just make things over and over again. Oh, bless. I hope they love the frogs. Frogs are so popular. They'll love them. And made by their teacher. That's amazing. What year do you year one? So that'd be what? 6-year-olds? 5 and 6-year-olds? Oh, they'll love it. I know as a parent that if my kid came home from school with a cute little handmade item from their teacher at the end of the year, that would get brownie points from me. Because the amount of effort that goes into handmade things. Oh, shall we see? Shall we see? There's a photo coming to my Instagram. So we have a neon dragon, neon snake, and a neon cat. Don't know if this is gonna. No. Oh. Sorry, guys. Yeah, it's definitely not going to catch, is it? No. Oh, they look really good. They're neon. Love the neon. They have eyes and colours. Love that. They're super good. You was with the same kids last year and you made them an octopus, so you needed to switch it. Yeah. Little mini makes. Mini makes are good. Pocket frogs. I love pocket frogs. They sell super well. Everybody loves them. I used to use one type of pattern for pocket frogs and then created my own, and now I use my own pattern because it's more to my taste, obviously. But yeah, I don't think I can perfect the Mabel chicken pattern at all. I think it is perfect the way it is, although I have changed the comb on it a little bit because I don't like sewing it on, so I crochet it on. Now, so the chicken pattern that I use is the Mabel chicken pattern, which I think is one of the most popular chicken patterns out there for crocheters. And it is so simple. It's one of the first patterns I ever bought, I think, because I mostly used free patterns prior to that. But everybody was talking about this pattern. I was like, I want to make that chicken. Want to make that chicken. You all right? No, don't show. She brought in the thing that's for another video, so no. You'll see it eventually. Right, I think I'm going to finish this carcass, and then I'm going to finish the live because I'm getting hungry. But yeah, I'm live twice this week. Quite proud of myself. Proud. It is so much easier to chat when I've got you lovely crew to talk to. I don't know how many more I can get out of this skein. What do you reckon? It's like, it's very loose. Don't you just love that squish? Very satisfying when you're using up yarn. Has anyone got any good plans for the week? Back to work tomorrow. We had a lovely little weekend. What did we do? Had a nap yesterday. That was great. Managed to get the entire family to nap at the same time. Don't know quite how that happened. And then mooched about. No plans for a change? Oh, just work. Yeah. You're remodeling your... I thought that when I read that instantly, I thought it said your cat room. You're remodeling your craft room. And you've taken the week off work to do it. Oh my God, can we see before and after photos, please? Could you send them on Instagram? I'd love to see before and after photos. I love a good reveal. Love a good reveal. You're visiting family in St. Ives, hoping 14 balls of yarn will do you too. You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's only one ball of yarn a day. You just bought the Mabel chicken pattern. Glad I could advertise. I really like it. It's so simple. And it produces such cute chickens. And the chickens I do only do in sort of more realistic colours if I can help it. Because I have a little hen house display on the stall. And they just look really cute. But I am going to try some unrealistic cats when I get off this live. I'm going to go and find some other yarn and go from there. 1, 2, 3. Neon orange chicken. You know, people asked me the other weekend, do you have any orange ones? Good dash now, take care. Bye, Maria. Thank you for joining. Have a lovely week. I'm trying to figure out after this, what do I watch on telly? Definitely going to record the process. Yeah, need to see the progress of that yarn conversion room. My room is feeling a little sorry for itself at the moment because it's been so hectic. It's gotten a little bit messy. I just need to put yarn away, that's all. Just need to put yarn away. Oh, I've just had a pre-alert that dinner is ready. Right, in which case I'm not going to finish this carcass. I'm going to finish this row. Done. And I'm going to say thank you so much for joining us, guys. I've had a really lovely live. Tomorrow, hopefully, we will get those kits out for you. They'll be on the Etsy store, both the actual kits and the refill kits. And then we're aiming to get some other stuff up there and hopefully have a nice populated store. We'll see. We'll see. Ambitions, you know. Until then, keep updated with the channel. I'm hoping to get my next video out on Thursday, and then I'll go live in a couple of weeks' time. Just in that comment, kids grow up and kids move out, spare bedroom. Love it. I moved my kids into the same bedroom so I could have the spare room. I'll say bye, guys. Have a lovely week. Enjoy.